12 y son las 29 de noviembre. Okay, so this is week 12 and today is the 29th of November. And I just want to go over just a few things to make sure that you're being successful and learning as much as you can in our Spanish course. I know you all know how to access your Rosetta Stone course up here. And of course, you should be aware of what's in the everyday resources, including your learning plan contract that is updated. If you see this gray here, those are things that are not showing on yours, only on mine. And then you go into Unit 1. Hopefully all of you are done with that. I do know that some of you started late, so you may not be right where we are, but we are in week 12, so I'm going down to week 12. Okay, here is week 12. This is where you should be, but if you're within 2 weeks of that, you would still be considered at academic meeting for satisfactory. So you should be getting as close as you can be to week 12, all right? Um, so let me open up this on the week 12 assignment. If you click that and you open it up, it says that by the end of week 12, you should be at 53% completion. And these are the core concepts: times of day, when and where, numbers, grammar usage, inside and out. Make sure you look at that so you have an idea of what you're going to be studying this week, okay? Then on your learning plan contract, notice that for week 12, it says by the end of week 12, you should be at 54%. Well, that's pretty close. They should be the same, but and then you'll have at the end of the week a quiz on level 1, unit 3, lesson 1. Don't take this quiz until you're done with all of unit 3 because you're not going to probably do very well on it. You need to learn the material first. And then do your workbook, go through that stuff, make sure you understand it, and then do your reflection where you earn your points, and then do your quiz, okay? I'm going to show you a couple of reports from Rosetta Stone. I got to move something over here. So I think you can see it now. Okay, this is a report from a student in Spanish 1. This is the way you're not supposed to do Rosetta Stone. Okay? This student, their first time they worked in Rosetta Stone that I see here is September 21st. But started with vocabulary, not with the core lesson. Went back on October 12th and started the core lesson number 1, but never got it to completed. It's at 72%. Have several things that are not even started. Core lesson 2 is at 6%. Core lesson 3 is at 64%. So the core lessons aren't even completed, and you're supposed to have all of these should say completed. And yes, it does go down farther than that, but this is just the first part that I just took a picture of here. This student has an overall score of 93%, which is good for the things that are completed, but there's only a progress of less than 7%. And you're supposed to be at a progress of about 53 or 54%. So you can see those things when you first log in, and if you click reports, you can see your report. Instead of clicking Launch Rosetta Stone Foundations, click Reports. Here is another student who started first day on September 16th. There's September 19th, and of course this goes well beyond that. But all of these are completed. They're not all 100%. Here's a 99, here's a 96, here's 97 and 96, but they're all completed. 98% overall average, which is absolutely excellent, and at 53%. So this student, as far as Rosetta Stone, is completely on track. I would have to look at the grades within the classroom to see that this student is completely on track in the classroom, but I'm pretty sure that this student is. Okay? So you need to check your reports. You need to make sure you're completing all of them. If it says in progress in here, then you need to go back and finish up some stuff. You don't have to start at the very beginning and go over the whole thing. You can just go back and look at the squares that are yellow or orange that show that you missed something and redo those portions so that you really learn the material. Okay? So one other thing I want to mention is that we have a map coming up very soon. This is a short month because we have 2 weeks off in December. So December 9th is the map mark. December 9th is actually the end of week 13. So let me go back here. The end of week 13, let's see, this is week 13 on your LPC. So you should be at the end of week 13 at 58.3% in Rosetta Stone, and you should be done through the quiz level 1, unit 3, lesson 2. That's where you should be by December 9th. So if you are within 2 weeks of that, so if you are anywhere in week 11 or 12 or 13, anywhere in there, you would have academic meeting. If you're before that, if you're in week 10 or less, it would be academic probation, which means you need to do something different to catch up to pace. Okay? So let's see. If you were beyond that in week 14, then you would get academic exceeding. So hopefully you're understanding now so once a month we check the progress, the pacing progress of everybody. This isn't a grade. So for example, this person here that had this Rosetta Stone had turned in enough assignments that they got AM, which is academic meeting. They were on pace as far as the assignments go, but they have not completed all the work they need to do, and they have not completed, gotten good grades on their assignments. So as far as a grade goes, this student is not at passing right now, but on pace. But they need to go back and redo things. So the grade is different. This person is completely up to date and would have a high A, 98%. Okay, so hopefully that's clear to you. Um, and if you have any questions, you know how to contact me. Send me an email, call me, stay in touch.